Hello guys,
We are from Rita School,
my name is William and this is my partner, XIao.
and today we are going to make a video about video expose.
Multiple intelligence is theory of human intelligence. Our partner is an American development psychologist.
He developed 8 multiple intelligence. The first one is mystical, and then visual spatial, linguistic, logical mathematical, coordinating aesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and interdynamic.
It's a round fruit with red, yellow or green skin and firm with flesh. This is my bar chart. My logical mathematical is 57 and my kinesthetic is 33. This is my pie chart. My logical mathematical is 15% and my kinesthetic is 9%. This is my bar chart most dominant and this is my least dominant.
This is my bar chart. Logical intelligence at 87 and linguistic at 57. This is my pie chart. My logical mathematical is at 16% and my linguistic intelligence is at 11%. This is my most dominant bar chart and this is my least dominant bar chart. What action do you usually do when there are exams coming up?
I usually study
Where do you usually study for exams? Why do you pick that place?
at home because it's more comfortable than other place.
When do you usually study for exams? Why do you pick that time on the day?
Usually I study before 1 day before the exam because it can more memorization.
When you're studying, do you prefer being outdoors or indoors?
Indoors because I like being inside more than outside.
When you're studying, do you prefer being in a silent or crowded environment? Why?
I prefer silent environment because they help me to be focused.
When you're studying, do you prefer studying alone or in a group? Why?
I prefer alone because I can be more focused.
When you're studying, do you prefer studying alone or with the help of a private teacher or parents? Why?
I'm studying alone with my private teacher because I cannot do material easily.
Which one is easier for you? Memory-based school subjects or calculation-based school subjects? Why?
Material-based school subject because I can memorize things more easier than mathematics.
Which one do you prefer? Studying long before the exam day or studying the night before exam day? Why?
Studying along before the exam day because I want to get a good score.
Do you think studying is important? What is the reason?
Yes, it is important because you need to study to pass grades.
What action did you do when the national examination came up?
Of course, I study hard all day and all night without stop.
When you were in the 9th grade, where did you study for the national exam? Why did you pick that place?
My room, because it's cool.
When you were in the 9th grade, when did you study for the national exam? Why did you pick that time of the day?
The night after the national exam, because I'm too lazy to study the night before.
When you were studying for the national exam, did you prefer being outdoors or indoors?
Indoors, because outdoors is hot.
When you were studying for the national exam, did you prefer being in a silent or crowded environment? Why?
I prefer studying in a silent environment. That way I can focus on my studies.
When you were studying for the national exam, did you prefer studying alone or in a group? Why?
I prefer studying alone. That way I can concentrate and study well for the exam.
When you were studying for the national exam, did you prefer studying alone or with the help of a private teacher or parents? Why?
For math and science, I had a teacher to teach me so that I can do well on the exam. But for the other topics, I always study by myself.
Which one is easier for you, memory-based national exams or calculation-based national exam? Why?
Calculation based, of course, because I can cheat with the calculator on the computer.
Which one did you prefer? Studying long before the national exam day or studying the night before the national exam day? Why?
The night before, because I can memorize it easily.
Do you think studying is important? What is or are the reasons?
I don't think studying is important because I am very smart.
National exam in Indonesia is called Ujian Nasional or UNAS. It's a standard evaluation system of primary and secondary education in Indonesia and the equation of quality of education levels among the areas that are conducted by the Center of Educational Assessment, the Department of Education.
The Law of the Republic of Indonesia, number 20 of 2003, states that in order to control the quality of education nationwide to be evaluated as a form of accountability of education providers to the parties concerned, further state that the evaluations conducted by independent agencies on a regular basis, comprehensively, transparently, and systematically to access the achievement of national education standards, and the monitoring process evaluation should be done continuously.
5 study tips for logical mathematical learners. 1. Set up their own mock exam. 2. Do a Q&A session with them. So, what is the formula of rectangle area?
Length multiple with y.
3. Encourage them to do more research on what they are learning. 4. Give them a structured learning environment, study goals, incentive, and record their success. 5. Their desk needs to be kept tidy and functional. 'Thanks for watching. My name is XIao.
My name is William. God bless. This is my bar chart, and this is my pie chart, and this is my most dominant.
1. Set up their own mock exam. 2. Encourage them to do more.
National exam in Indonesian language is called Ujian Nasional or UNAS. It's a standard evaluation system of primary and secondary education in Indonesia, and the equation of quality of education levels among the areas that are conducted by